Do you want to know how to get into lines that are shorter than everybody else at Disneyland? And have you ever wondered why people turn right more than left in Disneyland?
We've got 10 insider tips to help you take on Disney the way the pros do. And stick around to the end of this video because we're going to talk about a giveaway we're doing next week. Hello adventurers, welcome to RTD Adventures. My name is Brian.
And I am Jacob.
And we are here to talk about some of the things that we've experienced in Disneyland that help us make the most out of our days. We want to share those tips with you.
So tip number one, going to Fantasyland at night. Now, a lot of the families are heading out around this time because the kids got to get to bed. So naturally, you're going to see a lot of shorter lines in Fantasyland. So those really popular rides like Peter Pan or even the Snow White ride, all of those will be so much shorter. Just wait till nighttime.
All right, and the next tip we have is to take advantage of a single rider line.
Yes.
And this is something that not a lot of people actually know about. The single rider is really cool because it's oftentimes shorter than Lightning Lane, and you get right towards the front of the line, right? Even if the lines are a couple hours long, they're gonna jump you forward to the beginning because what they're looking to do is when they've got parties of people they're trying to stick on the ride vehicles, sometimes there's one or two extra spots, they just wanna fill those up. And that's what the single riders are. Now keep in mind that there's no guarantee you get to actually ride with your party. So what's gonna happen is there's still a good chance you'll be at least in the same ride vehicle as your party, but just know that that's not a guarantee. But if you're okay with not being sat next to those people, you're gonna save a lot of time waiting in line.
All right, this is a weird tip, but I promise you, if you just pay attention, you'll notice this. So when you're in the park, go left. You'll notice that more people are right-handed than left-handed. More people, at least in the US, drive on the right side of the road rather than the left side of the road. So you'll notice the crowds tend to move right. So whether that means going to the ticket booth or just walkways, stairwells, you'll notice that people tend to gravitate more to the right. So try to keep left. So those ticket booths, it looks like a longer walk, but just get over to that side, stick to the left, and you'll notice crowds will be a little bit smaller than in the rest of the park that everybody's going right.
Most of the time. Now everybody's got their favorite attraction they're always looking forward to going on. Just be prepared that that ride might not actually be running during the time that you're there. You can save yourself a huge disappointment if you check the scheduled maintenance list online. That's something that Disney will post so that everybody knows if a ride is going to be down. So just check that list, make sure you understand which rides will and won't be operational. Again, there's always the chance that something could break down while you're there, but if you know ahead of time rides that are for sure down, you're not going to be disappointed when you show up and find out they're not going to be available.
And keep an eye on that app too. Some of those rides that go down could instantly go right back up, so just make sure you're paying attention. One other tip to keep in mind is just understand that Disneyland is a crowded place. You'll hear it from us, you'll hear it from other people on YouTube, that there's days where like, oh wow, this crowd is so much better. It's still a crowd, it's still Disneyland, it's still popular. Expect the crowd to be very large. So that way, when you get there, you won't be disappointed if it's a lot smaller. So just keep that in mind.
Question time for you. Are you finding any of these pro tips helpful? If you plan to use these, we want to know about it. So number one, subscribe to this channel. Number two, like this video. And number three, leave us a comment down below. Let us know which of these pro tips you find the most helpful.
And maybe include some of your own if we miss some.
Okay, here's a fun one. Finding the right place to watch the fireworks. Everybody likes to crowd in front of the castle. And that's a pretty cool show when you're on Main Street and you're checking out all the projections that are on the buildings, right? You get to see the stuff in front of the castle. But there's a really cool place, actually a couple of them, that you can check out the fireworks without the large crowds, okay? Number one, check out Galaxy's Edge. You can watch the fireworks from there and the crowds are not gonna be as intense. Another place is next to Small World. So this is one that's really overlooked. There's usually not a real big crowd over there and you get a really good show of the fireworks, okay, because you're pretty close to the castle there. And if none of that is your jam, if you just don't like the crowds during the fireworks at all, check it out from your hotel. A lot of the hotels have really good views of the fireworks, and so you can take advantage of that and even check the fireworks out on days where you're not actually in the park. And an honorable mention, it's kind of hard to plan this, but if you can check out the fireworks while you're on a ride like Thunder Mountain, it's just a really cool, magical moment.
You can make it happen, just gotta time it right. Now, another tip that's so important, especially because you're gonna be walking around to Disneyland all day, check your hotel distance from the park. Now, if you like to walk, you might choose a hotel that's probably cheaper, and that's great, so you will probably be walking, but make sure to see if your hotel actually has a shuttle, because most of the hotels around the area do have a shuttle that's included, or you may have to get a bus pass to do so, but it could take you to the park and save you a lot on your feet pain. However, you also just, if you have a close hotel, you don't have to walk far at all. So just make sure you check the distance.
Okay, so here's another great crowd-saving tip, and that's to check out the second show. So we're talking about Fantasmic, we're talking about parades, and we're talking about the World of Color. These shows are super popular, and people love to crowd in to watch the first show because they want to get home and go to bed for the night. So if you don't mind waiting around for the second one, there's 2 perks here. Number 1, you're gonna hit the rides during the first show, which means the lines are gonna be shorter. And when you go to the second one, the crowds have cleared out. That's not to say there's not still gonna be people there. Remember, Disneyland is crowded, but you're gonna be able to get a better seat. So go on those rides during the first show, hop in line for the next one, and you'll have a front row spot without the fuss.
All right, celebration time. This tip will help you if you're celebrating something like an anniversary, first trip, happy birthday. So while you're in Disneyland, this is an experience that my wife and I had. We had just gotten married and we decided to do our honeymoon in Disneyland. So they have a button for that. For different special occasions, you can approach cast members, usually at the guest services desk, or just different shops may also have them too. I would just ask. Ours specifically said, we are celebrating our anniversary, and cast members notice. Now, I'm not saying that if you're on a ride and it's your birthday, they're just gonna bring you to the front and just give you a happy birthday present by putting you on that. But it gives you some perks, whether it's just an awesome nod to your celebration, or who knows, maybe someone else in the park may notice too and pay for that meal. I'm not promising this is gonna happen.
The cast members will notice though, and they are gonna interact with you.
Yeah.
And it just gives you that extra little magic touch. All right, for all of those people that like to stay until the very last minute, here's one that's gonna get you on one more ride. So let's say the park closes at midnight, okay? In the summertime, Disneyland is open pretty late, and if you get in line for a ride at 11:59, you're still gonna ride, okay? They're gonna take everybody that's in line at that cutoff point. So you just need to make sure you hop in line for that last ride. Pay attention to the time. If you time it right, you'll be able to hit that one, and then you just extend your Disney trip just a little bit longer. So that's our list. What did you guys think? We love sharing pro tips with people because they can make your trip just a little bit more magical. But guess what? We love to hear about the extra magic tips that we haven't heard before either.
Yeah.
Tell us about your pro tips and leave those in the comment section down below. Let us know the one that works best for you, okay? And fill up the comment section. We're gonna keep making videos like this to bring the magic. And if we get enough comments from you guys, we might even do one with just your suggestions.
Yep.
Okay, so once again, we appreciate everybody. Don't forget to like this video, share, and subscribe. Follow us on Instagram at The RTD Adventures and Facebook at RTD Adventures. And then, as always, thanks for watching. All right, you guys, it is giveaway time next week, October 5th. We're gonna be giving away a Disney Halloween pin. So this is an exclusive one that Jacob actually picked up from Disneyland recently.
For you,
and
right there.
This is the way that we get to say thank you and give back for all the support that you guys have for us. So we're hitting these subscriber counts and we're growing our YouTube channel, right? We're a small channel, but we love the fact that you guys are helping us grow.
Yeah,
You're helping us gain these awesome experiences, and this is a way for us to give back to you.
Yep.
And all you have to do in order to win this Disney pin, the one that's popping up right here, right in the middle, okay? This Disney pin can be yours if you subscribe to the channel. So that's number 1, be a subscriber. Number 2, like this video. And number 3, just leave a comment in the comment section down below. Tell us about your favorite Disney pin. That's it.
That's it.
Subscribe.
Free stuff. Who doesn't like free stuff?
Like the video. Tell us about your favorite pin. And then this Disney pin right here, this one, can be yours.